front of the tunnel. Interesting on that, okay, the boys continue with their warm-up down here to our right, the Dingle side, different, and now they're heading towards the dressing room. So it's basically all they're doing is going and taking off their
tops and coming back out.
The bibs and replacing them with the jersey. So it's interesting how two teams do their warm-ups and their approach to the game.
Oh, I guess. But you know what I'm hoping for is that it doesn't rain. The night seems to have turned here a little bit, and the wind has changed. Believe it or not, look at the flags down over the goalpost.
Yeah.
It's changed.
Yeah,
but you know, we had a spatter of rain at half time, and I just hope that we can get through this game without rain, because the pitch is in fabulous condition, as I say. But you know, a little spatter of rain could make that a nice drinking. You know, mistakes will happen. But yeah, we're talking about the Crokes and Dingle, but this. Believe it or not, now, and you know, I think you mightn't like me here saying this. Dingle are running out of years to win a Connacht Championship.
Oh yeah,
they're a strong side. They've been knocking at the door. Their expectations have been very high among their own supporters. So I mean, you know, this is a year that I think, and with Mark O'Connor factor, this is a
Brendan
big thing.
Griffin, an experienced referee out there tonight as well. And the one thing with Dr Crokes, sometimes maybe their physique, their knacky forward, they might be as big, but they have the ball inside the back of the net in the blink of a
exactly.
an eye.
You can ponder with any Crokes forward, because you know they always had the ability and the keen knack of putting your ball in the back of the net, and I'm sure Dingle will be confident of that. But I mean, you look, Tom Sullivan centre back, Conor O'Sullivan full back, you know, Conor Flannery corner back. Yeah, Dingle is strong enough, but this is the question they'll have to be asking themselves.
Yeah,
this is question time here tonight for them.
Yeah, and so that might give me a chance to go through both teams. As we said earlier, the man on the 40 for Dr Crokes, who was selected on the 40 Dahi case, has been replaced by that great warrior and great servant to Dr Crokes, and that's Kieran O'Leary. So the Dr Crokes team in full for the second of these quarter-finals. We see where Fane Rangers are already in the semi-final as well. Will it be Dr Crokes or Dingle in the next? The Dr Crokes team. In goals, Shane Murphy. Right full-back, John Payne. Full-back, Neil O'Shane. And the other corner is Michael Potts. Right half-back is Mark Fitzgerald. Mark Cooper at centre-back. And on the other wing is Evan Looney. In the middle of the park, it's Mark O'Shea, the captain, partnered by David Shaw. Now, the team are the half-forward line, Cillian O'Regan, Kieran O'Leary, who may move into the corner forward position, and Brian Looney on the other wing. Tony Brosnan, Tom Doyle and Cian McMahon complete the full forward line for Crokes. In goals for Dangany Coosh, Dingle is Gavin O'Couron, Conacour O'Flanura in the full back line, right full back, Conacour O'Sullivan even at full back, and Portico Conacour in the other corner. Neil O'Geanig at right half back, Tomas O'Sullivan at centre back, and on the other wing is Michael Flannery, replaced by number 17, and that's Ronan McCarthy. Barrow Sullivan and Liam O'Conacour in the middle of the park, Saoirse Durant, Marco Conacour and Michal O'Geanig, who captains the side in the half forward line, Dylan O'Geanig and Paul O'Geanig and Matthew O'Flaherty in the full forward line. Ambrose, looking at that team, Matthew Flaherty will probably move to the middle of the field to pick up that dirty ball.
Yeah, I can't see him playing corner forward. Matthew's too good a player. He likes to run it. He's an accomplished hurler as well as a footballer, so he's going to want to run. And you're dead right. I can see him moving out to midfield. And feeding off Mark O'Connor as well, because they would have played together as well.
And one thing was very evident, Ambrose, in the last game that I covered it. I did reports back in Dingle. They were very aggressive in the tackle, even their forwards. They tried to turn over East Kerry inside with kickouts. And even the game before that against Cairns O'Reilly is the same way. So there's a different approach. Tommy Griffin is back in with him.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a big thing with them.
From a defence point of view,
and that's what you do. You know, is play teams high up. Tonight here now, the boys tried it at times. Austin Stacks tried it against Field Rangers, and definitely I could see Dingle doing this play tonight, moving up on the cross. I mean, certainly with with the three big men around the middle there, Barry O'Sullivan, Liam O'Connor, and Mark O'Connor. They're three big men, and like you said, they will push up on the Crokes kick out.
Definitely so, and Pat is back in the studio, so we might return just for a brief moment as Dingle come out for this game, and we'll turn back to the studio. But upcoming is Dr Crokes and Dingle.
Dr Crokes versus Dingle in the football quarter-final, live on Radio Kerry, with thanks to MD O'Shea's Killarney, your reliable expert for heating and electrical appliances. mdoshay.ie.
Yeah, there we have it. Our Ron Naveen, welcome back to Austin Stack Park for the second game of the evening. And before we go any further, Ambrose, you were down at the funeral yourself, and Mick O'Dwyer, the great Kerry manager, his son Hawley, who passed away.
Sad occasion for us all. I think the GA family were there in sync. Our thoughts are with the whole Dwyer family. Mick and indeed all the boys, and indeed the outside family as well. Sad day for us, but in fairness, the GA world came strong, and we batted out there. And as I said, we send our deepest condolences to the Dwyer and indeed the Shuckrow family.
And likewise to all those people who lost their lives in that tragedy in Donegal as well yesterday. And our heart goes out and our sympathies to all those friends and family of those people involved. A tough time for the county, and we all in the GA respect that. Now that ball is in straight away into the edge of the square. A chance here by Geaney. Geaney has just brought a brilliant save from the keeper, the county keeper, Shane Murphy. Ambrose.
That was a brilliant save, but I can tell you one thing.
It was a goal written all over
defenders were falling sound asleep. Just won the throw in
right
straight in. Paul Geaney, bullet of a shot, great save from Shane Murphy.
To start off, Shane Murphy with that kick out. That's the most important thing, that it reached their own players back with their wing back over the far side. Evan Looney involved. Now moving up the far side, Crokes with possession on the far side. That stand is pretty well packed over there now. And we're going to have fun with some of these numbers tonight, because it's very difficult to identify that Crokes number under these lights. Now, here at this side, that great servant, Brian Looney, underneath the dugout, the most experienced player on this pitch this evening. The Casey would have started, and I said they have the same number of county championship medals. That ball is back with David Shaw. He's having a brilliant championship so far. The man in the middle of the park for the Dr Crokes side. Crokes playing into the Horns end in this first half, and you can see that the pace of this game seems to be a lot faster than the last game. Now Brian Looney, will he go to the edge of the square? Crokes normally don't lose possession until they get into the scoring zone. They'll take on the shot then, but at the moment it's a sharp passing game coming very deep. It's Tom Doyle. They'll want to get Tony Brosnan on the ball as soon as possible. And now that ball's put into the centre here. Is that a high tackle? No, it isn't. A discipline by the Dr Crokes side. Come around the loop. Is that Kieran O'Leary? That ball is tight over the far side. It's high. Is it over the bar? No, it isn't. It's wide. The first chance of the game for Dr Crokes on that side of the pitch. It goes wide. After 2 minutes of play, Ambrose, it's Dingle 1 point, Crokes yet to score.
Yeah, but for the brilliance of Shane Murphy in the back of the net. Yeah, notable enough now, Crokes, Tom Doyle, the full forward, is playing a roving role. He can cover ground. He's fit, and he has no problem with stamina to stay the distance. So tactically, we'll have to say Crokes have moved that team around a little bit.
Absolutely. Now that's a line ball for Crokes, taken quickly by Michael Potts. Put that ball in, looking for his midfielder. This is David Shaw, serious footballer. David Shaw gets into scoring position, but surrounded by a number of Dingle players. They could have a chance by that old Wiley Fox. This is Kieran O'Leary, but Kieran has put it wide. Another wide for Crokes. Chance in front of the goal. 3 minutes gone. It's Dingle a point, Crokes yet to score, Ambrose.
Yes, indeed, and we were wondering about the midfield battle, and you'd have to say it's very early days, but the Crokes man, David Shaw, has made a good start. He's won 2 great balls.
But is the pace of this game up already compared to...
Big time.
Yeah, it's a different
There's a different pace
level
to this game.
Yeah, now it's Gavin Curran with that kick out. It'll fall on the far side. That ball break back for Crokes, who will get it here in the middle of the park. It's very important that they get their score now. Doing brilliant work is Mark O'Shea, the captain of the side out there. High tackle there by Michael Geaney, but they get away with it. Now they're going to get a free. They're going to get a free about 43 metres out. They were anxious to get on with it swiftly. That ball probably put down. I wonder will it be put down for sometimes David Shaw takes those, or Shane Murphy, or Tony Brosnan. Is it
the football?
They're not happy with the football.
Not happy with the football.
So for our listeners out there, they were going to be taking that free, and that ball is probably gone very soft, that O'Neill's ball, and now they want a one with more life in it, Ambrose.
No, indeed.
And that ball is kicked out from the Dr Crokes dugout. So
Ian Kavanagh's the man that kicked that ball. We're more used to seeing Ian playing the famous wing back role for the Crokes. He's now a selector with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So that chance of the free now for Dr Crokes.
Does it look like
and
Tony
it looks
Brosnan?
Tony Brosnan.
Yeah,
4 minutes
like
in. It's Dingle 1 point. Will we have a matters level here in Austin Stack Park? We said the first game, Field Rangers have won it. Now, on the approach. It doesn't get any height in it, but it'll fall in the edge of the square. Now they'll come away with it. Dingle playing well at the back. They have a number of players, of course. There are midfielders back there as well. Barra Sullivan. And Dingle will come out the far side. Crokes will try to press up high. Now they haven't taken advantage of their scores. Brian Looney is going back to fill that pocket at the moment, defending in front of Geaney. That's his job for the night. Crokes will win it. They're Baxter doing okay so far, Ambrose.
Marco, but watch that running track. Marco O'Connor all the way. Great defending from the Crokes, man.
Absolutely. Now this will be a test for the inside line. Earlier they tried to get their forwards on, but there's 3-4 defenders back. Good approach play by the Dingle side. Now they'll win possession in the middle of the park. Now that was good work as well, coming out by Niall Geaney. Even that ball over from the far side by Liam Connor. They're pinned in their own half at the moment, but they're gone man for man. Now there's the sweeper coming into play for Dr Crokes, Ambrose, if they go along with that ball. Now they're bringing out a defence with Tom O'Sullivan there being chased by Cian McMahon. They still hold possession, playing into the Mitchells in the Dingle side in the first half. Looking up at the scoreboard, it tells us 6 minutes of play gone. Looking up the scoreboard, it also tells us Dingle 1 point. That ball inside, danger here. Geaney has it in the edge of the square. He's won the first ball, now he's won the other one, Sissy. But that ball
15.
is gone out for a 45. He looks on fire. He looks dangerous.
Geaney, and they're putting ball
it's
in.
going to be 45 to Dingle.
Yeah, they're putting good quality ball into him. And you know, that's the one thing about Paul. When he puts the hand up, he wants the ball in. He's getting it in first time. Yeah, he's troubling. There's a 5 minutes gone. 1 point to no score in favour of Dingle.
And on any other day up the other side of the field, Crokes would have 1 or 2 points by now.
There should be 2 points.
Yeah, is it a little bit nervous or no? To be fair, they're funneling bodies back as well.
They are, yeah. They are. And the one great thing about it is we look at the flags, the breeze is more or less gone. There's no puff of air out there, so we can't blame the wind on this occasion. Now, so this is the Dingle goalkeeper.
Dingle is going to be Gavin Kern. The Dingle goalkeeper on the 45, hitting towards the Mitchells in. This one doesn't rise either. Stays in play. Still hold it inside. They're recycling now. A chance here. It looks like Dylan Geaney, but that ball go well blocked down by Dr Crokes, and they come away with it at the back. Through, a number of players working heavy. Their midfielders are tracking back a lot, aren't they?
David Shaw's playing a lot of football. There's only 5 minutes gone. He's all over the pitch.
Absolutely. Now Crokes will go down another channel in front of the stand side. Dingle trying to get bodies back to stop any run from Crokes. They've brilliant, one of the best teams for possession, but turned over in the middle of the park. Good work. In the middle of the park was Liam O'Connor that won that turnover for Dingle. Now they'll spread it wide, looking for Ronan McCarthy. Ronan McCarthy will put a neat little ball inside, looking for Barry Sullivan. Barry now solos, tight angle. He'll try to bring it across. They'll go all the way across the goal and wide. A wide for Dingle. It won't. It'll stay in play. Shane Murphy ran along the in line to keep it in play. The keeper, of course, he was playing number 2 this year to the man from Rathmore, Shane Ryan, but what a standard of keeper we have in the Dr Crokes side as well. Now, Dingle, 1 point. Crokes yet to score. 8 minutes into the first half here in Ossestag Park. Crowd a bit quiet, but they've much to shout about it either side at the moment. That ball is put ahead, but that'll be easy for Mark O'Connor to win possession. Now, Mark will give and go, and he didn't get the pass back on that occasion from Mikey Geaney. They played more into central position for Saoirse Durant, still driving forward now. Dingle on the edge of the square. Geaney will hit it high. Geaney will also hit it. They have to watch the marking and Paul Geaney. And he's a confidence. And if he kicks 1 or 2 points earlier, he can have a real storm. Or Dingle racing to 2 point lead. Dingle 2 points, Ambrose, Crokes no score.
Yeah, but the quality ball going to Paul is very good as well. But credit Paul as well. He's making fabulous runs. He's out in front, and certainly he's giving Niall O'Shea an awful time at the moment. And there's only 8 minutes gone.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's a chance to get it inside line out to Tony Brosnan on the far side. Now this is another confidence player. Solon with the right, again Solon right, coming in along the in-line. He'll pass it across the square. Could be danger here. Is that a goal? Is that a goal for Crokes? Yes, it is. It is a goal, and it was put across by Tony Brosnan. And was it the other goal? Was Cian McMahon got up in it. Crokes have got a goal, and we said now they're going to confer here. It looked like he was in the square.
He was in the square. I thought he was in the square as well.
So, but a brilliant ball across,
but unselfishly by Tony Brosnan.
So it's not gone up on the scoreboard. What's Brendan Griffin?
Free out.
Yeah, Brendan Griffin is going to give a free out. Now, to be fair, I think he was.
I think he was too.
No,
I think he knew himself.
He went too fast.
They didn't demonstrate.
But it just tells you they can be opened up.
Well, that's why we have to watch the Crokes.
Yeah, you have
for 60 minutes.
They're so dangerous. Now, through their corner back coming out. This is Conor Flannery with possession, giving it back to his midfielder, and that's Barry Sullivan. Barry Sullivan now playing that ball to the far side. Very important that, when both teams go forward, they're trying to get those scores. Working very hard is Mikey Geaney over on the far side. That ball now, they'll spread it wide across the 45 towards the terrace side. Looking for Barry Sullivan. Barry now comes outside the 65. Being chased there by Keane McMahon. Still holds possession. Nobody near him at the moment. They put it in. That's good play by Dr Crokes out in front of their markers. Reading the play well. Doing well at centre back, that's Mark Cooper. Mark Cooper will spread it wide, going along the 45. They're defending. The Mitchells in here at Austin Stack Park. Now coming up, the wing back, that's Evan Looney. Evan Looney now will give it to Tony Brosnan. Tony will take on his marker here. Now he's been marked by Conor O'Sullivan, but a chance here, and it's David Shaw. Brilliant play by Tony Brosnan, setting up Shaw, and it's over the bar. 10 minutes played here in the second quarter final of the weekend in the Garvey Senior County Football Championship. It's Dingle 2 points, Crokes 1, Ambrose.
Yes, indeed, and it is notable already that Tony Brosnan for the Crokes is leading a one-man operation up front, and so is Paul Geaney for Dingle.
Absolutely. Now that's going to be a line ball again for Dr Crokes. Right in front, right in the centre of the two dugouts. They're anxious to get on with it straight away. They don't hang around this Crokes side. Played out for Killian O'Regan. Now, with possession, Crokes on the 65 metres out from the Dingle goal. Still with possession. This is Michael Potts. He's had a brilliant year so far. Potts inside the D. Potts on the 14-yard line. Potts puts it over the bar. That's a brilliant score by the Dr Crokes man. Going forward, suddenly we have a game here, Ambrose. 11 minutes played of the first half. Dr Crokes 2 points, Dingle 2 points.
To be fair to the Crokes and their management team, the word here is pace. When they're attacking Dingle, it's pace. It's pace. And Dingle have found the one.
Shown the last two attacks?
They have shown the last two attacks. And, Dingle are struggling with the pace at the moment.
Now, Gavin Kern with the kick out. Where's this going to go? Up will go the big men, and one of those big men is Barry Sullivan, but he drops and is picked up by Brian Looney. Great servant, Brian Looney, to Dr Crokes. Gives it to another great servant, Kieran O'Leary. Kieran O'Leary gives it back to Brian Looney. Brian Looney now 35 metres out from the Dingle goal, enjoying a bit of possession at the moment. This is Tom Doyle. Tom Doyle 45 metres out from. They pushed him out now, Dingle. You've got to say they got 13 bodies back. That ball is put aside. The wise old owl, I call him, Kieran O'Leary, and he sees the run. This is brilliant play by Dr Crokes on the edge of the square. It's their midfielder, it's Mark O'Shea, and he fists it over the bar. But the brilliant work there, Kieran O'Leary's vision, Ambrose, out of the top drawer, and suddenly Crokes go ahead against the favourites, Ambrose. Crokes 3 points, Dingle 2.
Yeah, but what we're saying about the running at Dingle and running at pace, Dingle are finding it very hard to defensively. Dingle are all over the place the last 5 minutes.
Crokes begin to settle.
They're settling a bit and they're moving the ball quick.
Now,
and they're playing it as fast as they can into their inside line.
On the other side of the field, they've got to be wary. I know the full back is going to have a tough time. Neil O'Shea is marking Paul Geaney. Paul has won the battle. Two good balls into Paul Geaney, and he's executed with precision. Well, he brought a 45 from one, which, they said their Dingle remain on 2 points, but Dr Crokes gone ahead by 1 point. We're 13 minutes in to the first half. That ball will be played back to the Dingle keeper, Gavin Kern, because Crokes are pressing up on that kick out. Now they'll have a bit of space to run onto because Conor Flannery has it. He'll make his way up to the 45. They're heading towards the Mitchells in here of Austin Stack Park. Still with possession is the cornerback. He'll play it back looking for Barry Sullivan. Barry Sullivan will give it to Matthew Flaherty. Matthew just inside his own half. A fisted effort outside from Mikey Geaney. Mikey does a little bit of a shimmy, solos, puts the ball forward, looking for his wing back who's on the overlap. This is Niall Geaney. Niall Geaney with a ball in, but Crokes got a hand in, and you have to say their defence, maybe with the exception when the ball goes into the football, they've settled well.
They have settled well. The Crokes half-back line at the moment, and their midfield have settled into this game and are shoving on to Dingle.
Yeah, Tom Doyle lost that ball in contact there, so that's an overlap now, or coming forward. It's a turnover by Dingle. They're putting aside good hands by them. Tom Sullivan now. Tom Sullivan about 40 metres out from the Dr Crokes goal. Now they're queuing up. That's a neat little ball inside. This could be danger here. Oh, was it good work inside? Was it the full back, Ambrose, with Neil O'Shea?
I think it was Mark Cooper.
Or Mark Cooper won it, but that was a goal written all over it. Now, what can they do in the counter-attack? They have some good footballers, as we said. Tom Doyle now, but surrounded, he could be the choke tackle.
He's definitely a free in.
He was lucky to get away with it.
The ground. I thought Tom was lucky to get that.
That was lucky inside for Dr. Crokes. That's a goal written all over it. He had to reach for the pass.
Good defending, great defending by Mark Cooper.
Brilliant work by the Dr. Crokes man.
Quickly
now,
taken, Tim.
Brian Looney's taking it quickly inside. Turn, but that's lost in contact again. Dingle are pretty strong defensively as well. They're big, strong men, the Dingle side.
Crokes will be the strongest team now, but
Ronan McCarthy
using the strength.
Yeah. This is Mark O'Connor. I haven't seen much of him yet, but he's a powerhouse physically. He hasn't played a game in a long time. That ball was put down for looking for Matthew Flaherty, but they're so disciplined in the tackle, Dr. Crokes.
They're lively in the tackle. That was a great again by Mark Cooper.
Mark
has settled into this game.
Big time. Mark O'Shea as well in the middle of the park is playing well. Now that ball is played back, looking for Mark Cooper again. Now, when you see Paul Geaney has to come out into the middle of the field, that means he's starved of possession.
Crokes are dominating.
Crokes are dominating, and they're
3 points to 2.
and they're so good at this possession game. 15 minutes gone here in the second quarter final of the weekend. Looking up the scoreboard, it tells us Dr. Crokes 3 points, Dingle 2 points, and they're on the attack again with David Shaw. Brilliant score by him earlier. Now, there's always somebody in the overlap from Crokes, from their cornerback to their wing back, as we've seen down through the years when you have the likes of John Payne still soldiering for the Dr. Crokes side with a number of county championship medals. Now, Michael Potts, as Naki, a cornerback as a corner forward, that's what he's so good at this son, surrounded by 3 Dingle players. That's good defensively. It's a turnover by Dingle. Out comes Michael Geaney with possession. Mikey Geaney, the captain, put it aside. This is a good pass by Dingle. A chance here is a Matthew Flaherty. That's a good score. Well worked. Ran inside the defence. It's level back here in Austin Stack Park. 16 minutes gone, Ambrose. Dr. Crokes 3 points. Dingle 3 points. And you can't take your eyes off this one.
No, it's a good one. It's a cracking match.
And the pace of the game.
Yeah, and there's good scores being kicked from both sides.
Absolutely. The pace is amazing. Compared to the last game, it was all lateral. This is not lateral. They're all going direct route. That ball is put up for Dr. Crokes again. We're saying about Kieran O'Leary, he's a go-to player. Likewise, Brian Looney, still Dr. Crokes with that inside. They can be danger in this part of the field. Chance here for Dr. That's a brilliant score. And it looks like the substitute is Kieran O'Leary.
Yes, Kieran O'Leary.
Popped it over the bar. A brilliant score by him. That's the place you want to have him. And suddenly Crokes go into 1 point lead. Dr. Crokes 4 points, Dingle 3.
That's not the first time Kieran O'Leary's done that here in Tralee. He's great, showed all his experience there. Great score by the veteran Kieran O'Leary there.
Gavin Curran kicks out that and it does go the Crokes way. They're getting that bit of breaking ball at the moment. A lively affair we have here in Austin Stack Park. 2 heavyweights of Kerry football going at it at club level, both playing senior championship football in Kerry at club level, likewise in county championship, and it's in stuff at the moment. That ball is put in right into the D again. They win it inside on the D. Good work, but they're surrounded again. Choke tackle, they're good at that. Dingle
are very good.
3 surround you. And Mikey Geaney turnover here. Brian Looney making it very difficult for him, but Brian is getting no help at the moment. The man who goes down and collects this ball inside his own half is Ronan McCarthy, giving it up along the wing. Still running, Ronan McCarthy, putting the ball inside, looking for another Geaney. This is the number 13. Could be danger here. Dylan Geaney, chance of a goal. Brilliant save by Shane Murphy. That ball, it's rebounded, gone wide, but 2 brilliant saves in this game. One from Paul Geaney, another from Dylan Geaney. It had a goal written all over it. Crokes still stay in the lead. 4 points to 3. 18 minutes gone, Ambrose.
They're very lucky to be 3 points to 2 because Dingle have 2 gilt-edged goal chances missed. To be fair to and just down to the brilliance, and I mean the sheer brilliance of Shane Murphy.
He's a top class keeper.
That was brilliant.
And look at the way he's floating this ball, trying to get his own man on the far side. That'll go out, will it, for a line ball? No, it won't. Dingle win this turnover again as far as Dingle is concerned. Mark O'Connor now running in, Solon. Good ball control. This from 40 metres out.
Super.
That's a super score. And, when you're a player that go up the field and kick a ball like that, Ambrose, over the bar, that's a serious score for Dingle. It's 4 points apiece again. And that was Mark O'Connor, Ambrose.
Mark O'Connor.
That was a serious score.
We were saying he was maybe quite held on. That was a brilliant score.
Yeah, brilliant score. Athletic-like, went forward, backed himself. Always, with the last number of years, he's playing the oval ball. Now it's the O'Neill's ball. Well, no matter what it is, he has it. A chance here by Crokes again. It's a big big score. Is that Mark O'Shea?
Mark O'Shea.
David Shaw. David Shaw is after the scores we have seen in the first 18 minutes of this game, 9 of them, and every point as good as the next. Dr Crokes 5, Dingle 4.
It's just intense stuff. It's great football, and the quality of scores is being kicked. Forget the breeze blowing across the pitch. When good footballers go about it, wind doesn't really come into it.
Ronan McCarthy wins that breaking ball, putting it out. Look for Paul Geaney. Paul Geaney here being chased by Niall O'Shea. Still Geaney. Geaney will back himself. Oh, lucky that didn't go inside. He was looking for Dylan Geaney, but let Crokes get away with it at the back. But every time Geaney, there's shudders going through that defence of Dr Crokes when he gets possession. Still with possession in the middle of the park. Dr Crokes working very hard on the two midfielders. The captain is Mark O'Shea. Mark O'Shea will put that ball inside. They're always looking for the Kieran O'Leary. He'll put a neat little ball inside. We're looking for possession inside. It's Tony Brosnan. Chance here for Dr Crokes, but he knew that from the minute it left the boot, it was going to the left and going wide. 20 minutes gone, Ambrose. A 1-point game. Dr Crokes 5 points. Dingle 4.
And it's a cracker. You'll have to say for our listeners, it's intense stuff. Both sides do great. There's great credit to both sides, because football is the winner here tonight.
Absolutely.
In this game.
There's more football played in the first 20 minutes of this than all of the previous game, with all due respect. It's a different game, different tactics. Both teams going at it here. Both defences very strong on the tackle. That's going to be free out for the Dingle side. Now, with that free out will be the wing forward, Saoirse Durant. Where is he going to put it? Is he going to put it forward or go lateral? There's a number of players at the other side. Mark O'Connor.
It's nearly all forward there. Both sides are going.
Michael Geaney with possession now. We'll give it. It's give and go, Sissy. Takes the return pass from his wing back, and that's Niall Geaney. Ball into the edge of the square. Crokes go up for it. Dingle go up for it, but it's the keeper. Soccer-like. Good work by Shane Murphy inside. He'll try to get that out of defence. Looking to his left. Coming forward is the cornerback. This is Michael Potts. Michael Potts in the middle of the park. Offload again. Crokes on this occasion will go long. Try to get it to their inside forwards. And one of those forwards is their corner forward, Keane McMahon. Being chased there by Conor O'Flannery. Try to get inside him, but two players back. There's always two on you when they get the ball.
Very good defending. And they're in the tackle, they're knocking the ball away from the Crokes forward.
Absolutely.
And they're disciplined. They're giving no freeze away.
Absolutely. Now, Ronan McCarthy going forward. Still with possession. Giving it to Tom O'Sullivan. Tom O'Sullivan now in the middle of the park with a bit of space. They have the overlap here coming from. The man is playing more like a wing back at the moment, and that is Mark O'Connor putting that ball down. Still with possession. They'll hold possession down the far side. Back again with Mark O'Connor. They'll play it outside the 45. Now, where are they going to play it next, Sissy? Dingle will keep it in the middle of the park. They'll be looking for the runner all the time. Now Barry O'Sullivan now on the far side with possession. If he gets into the scoring zone, he will take on the shot, but playing it back out. More
they're taking a break.
Taking a break.
Getting their breath back.
5 points to 4
minutes.
22 minutes gone. 5 points to 4. Dr Crokes in the lead by that bare minimum, Sissy. Back with Tom O'Sullivan outside the 45. Make it 46 metres out from the Dr Crokes goal. The Dingle man. Soul is in the one spot. Now he offloads now. A chance here. Is it the corner back on forward for Dingle? This will be a huge score from Conor Flannery. That's a brilliant score from 40 metres out by the cornerback. We see that a lot nowadays with cornerback going into the other side of the field because teams retreat. And on that occasion, it's drawn level, Ambrose. 5 points apiece.
Oh yes indeed, and that was a very score of high quality as well, because he was about 35 yards out playing to the crosswind and split the upright. Great score from Conor Flannery.
Yeah, now we've seen there's a Dingle player and a Dr Crokes player down here, but I don't know, is that a free?
It is a free.
Yeah, because I think it was Kieran O'Leary, and Kieran went up between 3 or 4 Dingle players on that occasion.
Won the ball.
He's just a great head. Kieran O'Leary.
I tell you, defenders here, Tim, haven't much time to draw their breath because it is intense stuff.
No, you'd want to be fully focused. There's not time to blink in this game. Now, Brian Looney, 40 metres out from the Dingle goal, gives it back to Kieran O'Leary. He normally takes the right option. When he has possession, he's been surrounded by a number of Dingle players, so he gets his pass away. Now, driving forward again to Mark O'Shea, still with possession, giving it inside to Shaw. Shaw look at the post. Shaw put it on the boot, but Shaw also kicks it to the left and wide. Very Dr Crokes like, and it's wide. 23 minutes gone, 5 points apiece, Ambrose.
Yeah, and you'd have to say probably Dr Crokes are lucky to be 5 points.
Yeah. The goal chances.
Dingle have goal chances missed.
Yeah, and I'm sure Dr Crokes will get goal chances as well. They had a goal disallowed.
Absolutely.
So what can Dr Crokes get back to get back possession even, because they just retreated when that ball came outside the 45 with Tom O'Sullivan now. Tom O'Sullivan being chased by Kieran O'Leary. Tom should have the legs for Kieran O'Leary, and with that Kieran O'Leary tackles him and brings him to the ground. Tom is going down. Tom should get up now, and that's going to be a free in for Dingle. Will they call up Gavin Corn again, Ambrose? That's too far out.
I don't think so.
No, so this will be working it into the scoring zone now.
Well, you know, with Paul Gallivan, we were talking about Kieran Donaghy. If you put Paul Gallivan inside in the square, you know where this ball should be going.
Yeah. Now,
give him a bit of room.
It's Tom O'Sullivan's going to play that ball behind, looking for Matthew Flaherty, and he'll take the return pass again now. Little burst of speed when he gets close to the player, and he's been shadowed there. Now he'll take on the shot here. Now it will curl off the outside of the ball. That's a big score by Tom O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
And in the end he pops it over the bar. And that now is Dingle will go into a 1 point lead. Ambrose, Dingle 6 points, Crokes 5 points, 25 gone.
Yeah, you'll have to say that was a great score from Tom Sullivan. He used the wind that time, used the elements to his advantage, kind of side-footed over the bar. Yeah, 6 points to 5. Crokes will be happy enough with this thought, Tim.
Yeah,
The two, now well, Dingle are leading by a point.
And when you look at all the previews, they weren't given a chance by many, because Dingle seems to be, this is their time, and everybody's saying, well, Crokes are going through a transition. Now, Evan Looney with possession now. Evan Looney, 50 metres out from the goal of Dingle, gives it back to Brian Looney. He'll play it more into central position, looking for his midfielder, David Shaw. David Shaw will give it to his midfield partner, and that is Mark O'Shea, the captain of the side, who will play it back again, still holding possession, but they're still about 60 metres out from the Dingle goal. Now they'll give it to Shaw. Shaw has been involved. What a complete footballer this man is, but he's held up on this occasion. He'll turn on his sixpence, but that'll drop short. Oh, danger inside. Is it Kieran O'Leary challenging there? And that's what I'll always say about Kieran O'Leary. He'll always afraid he'll come back off the post or anything. He's like an opportunist. But that occasion, the keeper of Dingle won it, Ambrose.
He won it, he actually did. But you'd have to say, Tim, we spoke about how strong Dingle were on the middle of the field. Crokes have given more.
They've gotten a lot of possession.
They have.
Yeah.
You'd have to give great credit to Mark O'Shea and David Shaw.
Yeah, because you have Liam O'Connor and Barry Sullivan in the middle of the park.
O'Connor.
Yeah, and Mark O'Connor coming out. So they're getting their fair share of possession at the Dr Crokes side. 26 minutes gone here in the second of the quarterfinal. 2 quarterfinals coming up on Radio Kerry as well tomorrow. The first one throwing at 1 o'clock, and that's a mark inside, and it's going to be the corner forward Dylan Geaney going to take this, so this should put Dingle 2 points ahead. And that wind, as you said earlier, Ambrose, is not as strong as it was in the first game. So now playing into the Mitchell's end, about 20 metres out. He'll make no mistake. He'll pop that over the bar. It lands on the net. We'll call it Mikey Geaney and on the net, and that's a point for the Dingle side. That'll take him into 2 point lead. Dingle 7 points, Dr Crokes 5 points.
Yeah, and from a Dingle perspective, you'd have to say 4 of their starting 5 forwards have scored.
Yeah.
So that's good. A big difference.
Good spread of scoring. Now that ball is put out for a man that's come very deep to collect. That's Tom Doyle. That's a high tackle. High tackle by Niall Geaney.
I don't know if there's any intent in it. It was just more awkwardness and clumsiness.
Yeah, but he's going to get a card.
You'd have to get a card.
You reach for him, you can't. Yeah. Anything above the shoulders, Ambrose?
I've been very impressed with him, Mark Cooper.
Yeah, he's a serious footballer.
He's played good football.
And what they might lack in physicality, they've great heads and great ball control.
They have, yeah. And the word pace, we use it with them.
Yeah, so that's a yellow card for the wing back. That's Niall. It was Niall Geaney, wasn't it, Ambrose?
Yeah.
So it's 7 points to 5. 27 minutes gone the first half. And, well, I tell you, this crowd has gone nowhere because they're pretty well entertained. The crowd mightn't be as vocal, but there's some brilliant passages of football so far in this game. We had goal chances. We've exceptional point taken as well. Now, it's Dr Crokes trying to get scores before half-time, or a score before half-time. With possession, they'll come out into the middle of the park again. Now they'll spread it wide, will they, to this side of the field? More than likely they'll look for their centre-back. That's Mark Cooper coming on to it. Mark driving forward, comes off a great bloodline, they say, of great Cooper players. That ball is tapped down inside, but that's well won. And the man playing back there was Dylan Geaney to win possession. The corner forward's back in the full back line. Dingle.
You're dead right, but the high ball isn't suiting Crokes. That's never thing we associate with the Crokes.
They haven't.
They need to keep it on the ground.
No, driving forward with their centre-back, and that's Tom Sullivan. Tom has a point already on the board. He's gone inside the 45 of Dr Crokes. They have a 2 point lead. The men from the West Dingle Dingle. Now they're driving forward again, not taking on the responsibility on that occasion. Tom will offload, spreading wide, looking for Mark O'Connor. Mark has had a brilliant point so far in this game. Puts a beautiful ball inside for Tom Sullivan, the run. What? You talk about Mark O'Connor, and somebody questioned his ball control, but look at that, a pinpoint ball inside to Tom O'Sullivan. He won't miss this. Tom will pop this over the bar, taking the mark inside the centre back, and that was well read. Of course, they played minor together. They played with Pobbleskull, Corkagina winning Hogan Cups, and they combined well there. 29 minutes gone, and it's a 3-point lead by Dingle. Dingle 8 points, Dr Crokes 5.
Yeah, and you'll have to say Dingle worked that lead. You know, they're kicking great scores. That was a great passage to play there from, and again a great pass from Mark O'Connor. They're attacking again, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Matthew Flaherty winning possession over the far side, still holding possession with Mikey Geaney playing that ball into the centre. Mark has come into this game with the last number of minutes as well, combines again, gives it to Tom Sullivan. Tom is playing more like a centre forward at the moment. He'll just solo the ball, then dips the shoulder, runs, play it back to Mark O'Connor. He's put one beautiful ball in for Dingle already. They got a score out. Now it's with Paul Geaney. Paul will try and get into the D, and he'll know where he is because he'll look up at the post. But that Crokes player got a hand on that.
Great
and
save.
Again by Shane Murphy. That was dipping into the corner of the net, you could say, and cat-like, he saved, you could say, 3 goals, Ambrose. No, that wasn't meant for a goal. It's the way the ball floated.
Was on top of him.
Absolutely.
Shane saw that late.
Yeah, so
he just managed to get a hand to put it out.
30 minutes gone in this game, a 3-point lead by Dingle, which you would expect, as it's going according to script on the scoreboard, but it's not going according to script because there's some brilliant passages played by Dr Crokes.
Well, the brilliant thing about this is we haven't missed this 30 minutes.
No, absolutely.
It just flew by us.
1 minute.
And that's down to the brilliance of both sides.
And this could be the last play of the game because we're into the 1 minute of injury time at the end of this first half. And the man with the responsibility of this 45 is going to be Gavin Corn, the keeper. The keeper for Dingle, kicking it into the John Mitchell's end here. His team have a 3-point lead. Can he make the gap 4? Hits it high.
No.
It tails in the last moment to the left and wide. So there's 30 seconds left of injury time at the end of this first half, and it's been pretty well entertaining, Ambrose.
Absolutely, you're dead right. Good football from both sides. You know, Crokes would take this 8 points to 5 because, as I said, Dingle have created 3 goal chances. You know, and albeit they didn't get any one of them, but yeah, Crokes are 3 points behind. They've played good football. They're a young side. They've kind of warmed into the game. They've held more than held their own in midfield. So I mean, they have a lot of positives to take out this first half.
Absolutely, David Shaw wins. But I thought that was a foul, Ambrose.
I thought it was a foul too.
But he was pushed, and but they still have possession. Dr Crokes.
That could be
a turnover. Geaney was right on the premises. And, coming in along the end line now, a fisted effort, could be danger here. Man gone down in the square, but Crokes should come away with it, played it back to the keeper.
Yes,
Dingle player down injured, but in the end, I think that's half-time, Ambrose. Half-time. There's a number of players down injury after that last move. But before we hand back to the studio, Ambrose, pretty entertaining game.
Yeah.
But Dingle, I suppose,
they're shady. They're physically stronger side. Yeah. And as Connie's at half hour on, their physical strength was coming into play in the tackles in defence, and up front they're pushing the Crokes. Crokes wouldn't be the strongest team in the world physically. Yeah. They're good footballers, but they're young. But they'll tell you they'll take it. 8 points to 5. It's been an entertaining game.
Absolutely, very entertaining game. The second quarter final. Who will join Field Rangers in those in the box of 4? You say for tomorrow evening's draw for the semi-finals. Well, at the moment it's Dingle in the driving seat. As I return back to the studio, a 3-point lead at Austin Stack Park at half time. It's Dingle 8 points, Dr Crokes 5.
County Senior Football Quarter Final, live on Radio Kerry, with thanks to MD O'Shea's Killarney, your reliable expert for heating and electrical appliances. mdocshea.ie.
Hello? 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 Can you hear me, Pat? Welcome back.
Thinking of treating yourself to a new car for 2023? Then why not visit Liam Lynch's...
Hello? Oh, okay. Welcome back to Austin Stack Park, and the Gremlins on the line there. And
ball is in,
for the second half, Ambrose, and that ball is played up. Dingle on the attack again. playing it forward, playing into the Horns end here. In Austin Stack Park, that ball is diagonally put into the edge of the square. That ball will break down there. Chance here, Paul Geaney on the edge of the square. Oh, chance of a goal. But in the end, he just does the wise thing, puts it over the bar.
Yeah, that's the difference. 3 points. That's his third point of the game. I can tell you something, Tim. That had goal written all over it as well. That was a goal chance as well. Dingle are creating goal chances, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it's Shane Murphy with the kick out. Of course, he will be defending the Horns end here. In the second half, that ball's going long. He's gone long on this occasion. He was looking for Brian Looney. That's well won there. Mark-wise by Padraig O'Connor. Put into the edge of the square. Now Geaney, little touch. That looks like a foul, I thought, but a chance here of a goal. That's a goal, Matthew Flaherty.
That was coming a long time, Tim.
Yeah, and he used his hip to good effect.
He did,
just gave Neil O'Shea that nudge, set it up, put it on a plate. That could be curtains, Ambrose. Early in the second half, we've only 1 minute and 13 seconds. Suddenly Dingle are gone in to a 7-point lead.
Yeah, and you'd have to say that Shane Murphy has been brilliant all night, but he could do nothing about that goal. Again, it was down to the sheer brilliance of Paul Geaney. Like you said, he used all his experience, gave it a little bit of a nudge, got the ball laid on an inch perfect pass, and Matthew Flaherty had just to tap it into the net. You're dead right, Tim. 1-9 to 5 points. This is total different reflection on what went in at half time. But the game is only it's only 2 minutes old. So I mean,
yeah, absolutely. Could really take the sting out of anything that Dr. Crokes could be given in the second half. That ball is put down right onto the edge of the square. But will Crokes win it? No, they won't win it. It's going to be free out to Dingle, Ambrose.
Yeah, it is indeed. And you'd have to say, Dingle have worked this dime down the middle of the field. Barrow Sullivan, Liam O'Connor, Tom Sullivan and Mark O'Connor. And it's something that, is starting to pay dividends for Dingle. But you would have to say, Crokes, they want to be careful of themselves now, because Dingle have taken a stranglehold of this, and it's very early in the second half. But they're coming at them in droves.
Barry Sullivan, putting that ball out, looking for Matthew Flaherty. That ball is put into the centre. Now driving forward is their wing back. That's Niall Geaney put into danger. A bit of space now opening up for the Dingle side, taking the ball at pace. Tom Sullivan in front of the goal, and they could put this Dr. Crokes side now to the sword, Ambrose, because this game has really turned on its head. 33 minutes gone. Suddenly Dingle 1 goal and 10, Crokes 5 points.
Yes indeed, and you'd have to say a lot of this is down to they're using him as a target man, but Paul Geaney is having the proverbial blind at him.
And causing a nightmare there for the backs of Dr. Crokes. They're really strong in the tackle. This Dr. Crokes side now, our Dingle side, to Paul, it's actually Tony Brosnan putting that ball in, but his jersey was pulled, so that's going to be a free in. And I suppose from a Crokes point of view, they haven't had Tony Brosnan on the ball enough in this game.
No, actually not. And they're trying, Tony at times are trying to plough a lone furrow as well, but you're dead right. Where they need Tony's in front of goal and put the ball into him, they're not doing that. Tony Brosnan out 50 yards from goal is not a threat to Dingle. Tony Brosnan in front of goal is a threat to Dingle.
Absolutely. So this is a free that they badly need. They badly need a score, Dr. Crokes. Will they keep inside that and upright? Yes, they do. That's over the bar for the Dr. Crokes side. That takes them now to 6 points. But Dingle on that commanding lead now, Ambrose, on 1 goal and 10.
Yeah, and that's Tony's first score of the match, you have to say. And Kieran O'Leary is the only other Crokes forward that has scored. Not good enough playing against the team the calibre of Dingle.
Yeah, and when you see some of their backs coming up scoring, Dingle.
Exactly. Well, Tom Sullivan is something we've come to accept. But
now Tom Sullivan gives it to Matthew Flaherty, a real engine by this man. Gives it again to Tom Sullivan. Tackle there by Dr. Crokes. Pressure on Tom Sullivan, and that's a line ball to the Dr. Crokes side. Now
there's a bit of an anti-barge starting here. I think Crokes will have to walk away from this thing now.
They should, because they're the team behind. Now Tom Sullivan getting to know Kieran O'Leary there on that occasion.
But referee broke that up lovely that time now, didn't he?
Yeah, no message, just got on with it. That's one way,
that's one
rather
way
than hovering around the dugouts.
Exactly.
Now, Brian Looney gets on with it. Puts that ball in, looking for his wing forward. That's Killian O'Regan, but it now goes direct route into the edge of the square. That's well worked. It was Mark O'Connor inside, winning that ball. They cleared their lines, Ambrose.
Yeah, they're comfortable defending. You said earlier, they're strong in the tackle, they're strong in defence, and they're a big physical side as well. Give that credit.
Now, Paul Geaney giving it now to Mikey Geaney, coming forward, playing more a wing back rather than a wing forward, even though he's wearing the wing forward's jersey. Giving a side to Matthew Flaherty. He's such an injured Matthew. Now still with possession. Coming around the loop is Paul Geaney again, controlling matters, making it very difficult. Johnny Payne in front of him. He'll play that ball out into the centre of the field again, to the man that's coming on to it. That's Padraig O'Connor, spreading it wide now. Look for Barry Sullivan. Barry Sullivan give to Saoirse Durant. A chance here, a hit and hope ball. Does it creep between those uprights?
That is my
yes,
score of the
it
match.
does. No, it isn't. Almost a score. I thought it was going to be a big score.
Yeah.
37 minutes gone, Ambrose. Crokes and 6 points. Something that we're not used to seeing a lot more so far into the game. But Dingle in the lead on 1 goal and 10.
Yeah, Dingle have really powered started the second half. You'd have to say they were full court press. They were playing basketball and set the use of Paul Geaney inside net for foul line. They use him to great effect, and indeed, we come to see this man in action. He certainly has put Dingle well out in front of him.
Absolutely. Now that ball is put down along the line, looking again for the wing forward off Crokes. Do they get a point here, or is it Kieran O'Leary in the end? But it doesn't. Again, it's another wide for Dr Crokes. Just haven't got that precision that we normally have come accustomed to. But 37 minutes gone. 6 for Dr Crokes, 1-10 for Dingle.
Yeah, you would have
There's no way back for Crokes.
No. And you'd have to say, you must give Dingle great credit as well. That was a hurried kick. It was scoreable. But there's a defender always within breathing distance of you, and arm's distance, and they're defending well, Dingle.
Well won. It's well won there by the midfield. That's David Shaw. Anxious to get on with it quite swiftly. Puts it inside, coming at pace is the full forward for Dr Crokes. That is Tom Dial. Does he keep it between the uprights? Yes, he does. A badly needed score at a badly needed time, to see it. And that takes Crokes to 7 points. Dingle on the lead on 1 goal and 10, Ambrose.
And I think, I think it's a good move. I think Crokes have moved Mark O'Shea, the captain, in full forward, and I think they're now going to hit this ball into him. And they did it.
And
they did. Mark O'Shea give him the wherewithal to lay off the ball to Tom Dial. A good score.
Gavin Kern, that ball drop over on the far side, still with possession. Dr Crokes, that ball fall around the middle of the park. Holding it back is the centre back. That's Mark Cooper. Spreading it wide to the far side. Still have possession. Now driving forward is Kieran O'Leary. Or not Kieran O'Leary, it's actually Evan Looney on that occasion. Gives it out to Brian Looney. Back again to O'Leary. He'll put a ball inside, but that's well won inside by Mikey Geaney. Good work by him. Playing, as I said, more in the half-back line than the half-forward line. Gives it to Barrow Sullivan. He sees a man loose. That's Matthew Flarta in the middle of the park. He'll see running off his shoulders Tom O'Sullivan. Gives it to Tom O'Sullivan. Tom, about 10 metres in here from this dugout here on the 65-metre line. Dingle playing into the Horns end here in the second half. I don't think we'll have extra time in this game, Ambrose. Saoirse Durant with possession over on the far side. Crokes get bodies back behind the ball, Ambrose.
Getting bodies back, but you'd have to say now I think Dingle are kind of just playing out this match. So I know it is only 38 minutes gone, 1-10 to 7 points they lead. But I mean, Crokes need a goal definitely, but Dingle are going to play this game out at the moment. I think they've actually, it's like taking a breather.
Yeah.
And now just pass it around to give themselves the chance to draw breath.
Matthew Flarta will give it to Mikey Geaney, hugging that far sideline now, and he'll probably take the return pass again, trying to get into the scoring zone, but surrounded by a number of players there. Got a push there. That's going to be free into Dingle, Ambrose.
Yeah, free into Dingle. And I see that the veteran, another Crokes veteran, ready to come on. Dahi Casey, the man that was named at number 11, is going to come on the pitch.
Dingle now playing the game under their terms.
Yeah. Exactly. They're bossing the game now.
They're bossing the game. But as we said, it was expected this way that Crokes are so many young players.
They have a lot of young side,
And when you think about the names even on the substitute bench are gone in the last number of years, like some Johnny Buckley and those. And now, chance here. Tom O'Sullivan will take that from the free kick, take the return pass.
Yeah.
And he doesn't miss from that area. He'll pop over the bar. That'll take now Dingle to 1 goal and 11. Dr Crokes 7 points.
I think that's Tom's 4th point.
And it looks like
Kieran O'Leary, it's going to be like for like.
Yeah, like for like. And it's like they still rely until these boys come of age, they'll still be hovering around the panel. That'll only help those guys improve.
Exactly, yeah. They have a young side. You have to start someplace. This is it's a job in progress for Dr Crokes. They've got to give their youngsters a chance. And this is great learning. This is a great experience. You can't buy this kind of stuff, Tim.
No, absolutely. When you go back there midfield, they had Johnny Buckley, they had your son Amby, and different outfit, but those things move on, Sissy. You have to regroup and start again. Now, it's Paul Geaney operating over on the far side, coming from his full forward
come out to midfield, which is
he does that kind of a lot.
Because they had that strong diamond as it was. They didn't need it because Paul was really effective inside the full forward line.
Tom Sullivan, doing as he like at the moment, goes forward. We put that ball into the centre, looking for Matthew Flarta. Give it again to Barry Sullivan, but they're still 55 metres out from the goal of Dr Crokes. 41 minutes gone now. Crokes 7 points. Dingle 1 goal and 11. A 7-point lead for them in from the west. Now back in with Matthew Flarta in the middle of the park. As we said, they're attacking the Horns into here in Austin Stack Park, putting it down along the line. They're winning their own ball inside. They're doing very well at it. That ball is going over the sideline. On the far side, it's going to be a line ball to Dingle.
It's great defending there from Michael
slowed down though. The game
has slowed down, but
Dingle are controlling this.
Oh yeah, Dingle control. I have to say, I'm looking at a couple of the Crokes boys there. Michael Potts is a boy we wouldn't normally saw. He's been along with Crokes for a while, but he's playing very well there tonight, as indeed is Mark Cooper. So these are certainly boys for the future for Dr Crokes.
Now we've another former Kerry minor warming up as well. That's Tom Leo Sullivan down underneath us here. That ball is put up along the line. Now looking for their number 17. That is Ronan McCarthy trying to get inside the defence now. Danger here on the edge of the square. Looks like Barry Sullivan ploughed his way towards goal. And a fisted effort again. He puts it over the bar. And it's 24 for 3, Ambrose. It's Tom O'Sullivan coming on for Conor O'Sullivan for Dingle.
Yeah.
Now,
I suppose very shortly now Dingle will be able to clear the bench because at 112 to 7 points.
You have an 8-point lead.
You have an 8-point lead.
Yeah.
And you're totally dictating this game. Dingle are playing this game on their terms now.
42 minutes gone. We thought it'd be a bit closer. But it isn't that way. Dingle kind of, going through the gears to get to the top in this game, and that's what they've just accomplished. And it could be a lot more, but for the saves of Shane Murphy.
For the sheer brilliance of Shane Murphy, you're dead right. There could be at least 2 more goals in it, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, still with possession, Dr Crokes inside their own half, trying to get something going. There's a never say die spirit by Dr Crokes. They've won more championships than a lot of teams down through the years and dominated football over the last 10-15 years in this county. Now still with Dahi Casey in the middle of the park, gives it to great warrior, that's the great Brian Looney, back in with Shaw. They'll go direct route now into the edge of the square, will win it inside, plays on Doc Crokes, but they'll win the mark as well. They'll win the free, and a close-in free here for Dr Crokes.
Something I've never seen him doing, and it's nice to see him. They're going direct to Crokes.
Direct. You'd never see with Crokes.
Never see that kind of a ball game. They've done it 3 or 4 times tonight.
They'd hold it up, and when the pass is right, they give it to that.
It's a breath of fresh air for them, really.
Definitely. Dingle 1 goal and 12. Crokes 7 points. Crokes now should take this to 8 points with this close in free. There's 43 minutes gone. Are they going for it's Tony Brosnan?
Tony Brosnan
right in front of the goal, and he's been starved of possession today. The way Crokes are playing, and he's well tied up inside as well.
Yeah, we've got a text message from Spain or from Portugal, we believe it, from Alvor, the Guinea Gwilly Golf Society are listening in to us.
Absolutely. We'll say hello to the men from Slieve Lucra.
God help the golf courses of
and I'm
Alvor.
Sure there's a few from Turin Cahill out there.
There is a few from Turin Cahill out there as well.
Yeah, they're giving us a lovely deal.
Cooking the boys are out there and Paddy Hickey and these boys.
Yeah, maybe next time they might take us with them the next time out. So we'll say hello to those lads from Guinea of Gwilla. Crokes 8 points, Dingle 1 goal and 12. Now that's a 7-point lead for the men of Dingle. The game has gone a bit flat compared to Wales was in the first half, but Dingle are all out attack when they're going forward. They're trying to put that ball into space and attack it. Now Manna works very hard from up in the corner forward position. He's selected, but he goes back into Finch. That's Matthew Flarta. Give him that ball up to the man that's running from the wing back position, Niall Geaney. Niall Geaney will give it inside to Dylan Geaney. Hits it with all his strength and power, but it goes to the left and goes wide. That wind is playing havoc tonight on that side of the field. 44 minutes gone, Ambrose, and it's a case of, I suppose, in the final quarter for Dingle to control the controllables.
Oh yeah, they started the second half, with the quality that they had. They certainly put it to great effect, and they did put Crokes to the sword in the first 10 minutes of that second half. They got the goals and they got scores. They're physically a bigger, stronger side, and they're using that physique, to great effect at times.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they're attacking the far side, the Dr Crokes side. Underneath the stand side, they're looking for more scores or getting to scoring position. They're always dangerous when they come in along the in line, but backs have been playing brilliantly for the Dingle side. That's brilliant ball control by Dr Crokes, and in the end it's going to be a free in. Yeah, was it Keane McMahon or down there? It looked like
McMahon, yeah. He went for the goal and hopped up, but he would think he was fouled earlier.
112 to 8 points, but another point back here, Ambrose, and that'll bring it back to a 6-point game again.
That's it, yeah. And I see the Crokes are taking off their full-back, Neil O'Shea.
And he had he had a torrid time with Paul Geaney, Ambrose.
Oh, well, no, he's a young boy that learned the lesson.
And he's a young boy that learned the lesson.
And fair play, he's a man for the future.
And he'll have other days.
Better days, absolutely.
Yeah, he's not.
Good footballer.
He's not happy, but...
and disappointed.
That's only natural. That point, free, is over the bar, so that takes now the Dr Crokes side to 9 points, 112. Back to a 6-point game. Now, that'll be with the kick out. That'll be Gavin Kern. Now, put that ball over to the far side. So Durant will win that ball.
Fetch.
Brilliant fielding by the Dingle man. He'll play it up along the line, looking for Tom Leo Sullivan. Tom Leo, in a solo run, tries to get inside the 45, looking for his inside forwards. Dylan Geaney, they're taking the ball at pace. It's to be a neat ball inside. Oh, Geaney could have curtains here. 1-on-1. He's going to put it across the square. It could have been a goal, but he's fisted it over the bar. He could have taken the goal there.
That was a brilliant move.
A brilliant move, yeah.
Oh, good foot pass again. You see, that's we're talking about the 40, 50-yard foot pass. That was an inch perfect
up the
pass.
play.
It totally opened up the play. Cut out the Crokes defence. Paul Geaney, to his credit, could have gone for goal, punched it over the bar. I tell you,
there'll be a tough team for anyone that's left in the competition.
They played well, the second half in particular here.
113.
They've defended well, they've gone forward to great effect, and they're using defenders, and they're using that diamond, as we've said, to great effect.
Yeah, absolutely. Now
6, 8, 9 and 11.
Putting that ball forward. Looking for their wing back. This is Mark Fitzgerald playing that ball into the centre. Looking for the man wearing the number 22 shirt for Dr Crokes. So that's David Naughton. Putting that ball inside, looking for David Shaw. He's going to go a diagonal ball in, but they're hitting it into no man's land. Nobody inside, they're only Dingle players, and that means Dingle will try to catch him here on the counter-attack. There's no one forward. One man that is gone forward is their wing forward, Social Durant, but his solo went down the throat of a Dr Crokes player, so he'll pull it out of defence now. Can they get work the turnover to their advantage, the Dr Crokes side? Tom Doyle now tries to get inside 2 Dingle players. He'll offload, looking for his centre back. That's Mark Cooper. Mark Cooper is going into the edge of the square. Up will go Shea, but that ball will be broken down. Mikey Geaney will clear his lines. He'll give it to Liam O'Connor, and they build from the back once again. Dingle.
Yeah, they are. Dingle are comfortable in defence as well, Tim. They're a strong side. They're physically a strong side. They're good defenders, but they're physically strong as well, and they use it to great effect.
Absolutely.
They're constantly give you a little bit of a nudge, or a bit within the rule book.
Yeah.
But they're far stronger than the Crokes, and it's showing now, particularly in the second half. Their physical presence is way more so than the Crokes, and they're usually to great effect, Dingle. Yeah,
48 minutes gone here in the second quarter final. We said earlier, the Field Rangers in extra time, they beat the reigning champions, that is Austin Saxo. They're in the semi-final, and it looks like the men from the west, Dingle, will join them in that draw tomorrow evening in Fitzgerald Stadium. Now gone forward is their wing forward, that's Mikey Geaney, 40 metres out, a hit and hope ball. It'll stay in the air. Will Shane Murphy field it? He will go right into the bread basket. Now
he's had a fine game.
He's had a serious keeper.
Fine game.
Yeah, he's kept his team in it in the first half, but if he's saving, you need to be putting the ball over the bars the other side of the field. That ball is put up along the line, but again it's won by Matthew Flaherty. He's definitely fouled. And
how many times have we seen Matthew doing this? He can do this to great effect.
Yeah,
he's playing the sweeper role. He's a good football brain.
He can be at the end of a goal then, or a goal moves, to say.
But he has the football brain, and it shows in him. He's in the right place at the right time.
Dingle 113, Crokes and 9 points. We're into the last 11 minutes of normal time in this game. Tom O'Sullivan with possession, right in front of the dugout, gives it to Durant. He'll in turn give it back to Flaherty. Will give it and turn back to the wing back, and the wing back is Niall Geaney. They'll come up along the far side now with Mark O'Connor. He's been solid, no big questions asked to Mark O'Connor tonight, but he's done well.
Picked a few scores, picked a few points, but without being
turnover, and it'll be Brian Looney. Brian Looney will go direct route into the corner for Dr Crokes.
Great ball.
When they move, and they're moving, and they have a chance here on the edge of the square. Again, it could be a goal chance, but that's a brilliant block on the far side, and Dingle get away with that one, Ambrose.
Oh, I did. I thought was it Pádraig O'Connor got it?
It looked
a great
like
block because that had goal written all over it.
Yeah. Good defence by Dingle.
It was a great ball again from Brian Looney. What we've seen tonight, is this foot past, the 40-yard, 50-yard
more than
pass,
once,
and it's caught people out. Lovely to see it.
Yeah. Now 50 minutes gone, and it's Crokes 9 points, Dingle 1 goal and 13 points. Now that is a 7-point lead for Dingle. Tom O'Sullivan with possession. He'll Solo, he'll go. He'll try to get around the defender. He's in between two Dr Crokes players, but that pass,
giving it away.
We're giving it away. Crokes worked very hard to get that ball back, which they have with their Tom Doyle, their full forward, who's come very deep to collect. Running off his shoulder is David Shaw, 50 metres out from the Dingle goal. Now Tony Brosnan, Solon, being shadowed there by two Dingle players, but he's pulled to the ground. That's going to be free in for Tony Brosnan.
Yeah, he was kind of, at times, he was kind of ploughing a lone furrow.
Yeah.
He's trying to do too much, but he's too far out from goal.
Yeah.
I still believe to get maximum effect out of Tony Brosnan,
because he's a finisher.
You need to put him inside and goal.
Yeah,
in front of goal, as close to goal as you possibly can.
No,
we'll put it that way.
Number 7 is coming on. That's Michael Flannery, who was going to start the game.
And who's coming off? Number 12, is it?
And whoever it could be. Is it number 12 or 17?
17,
yeah,
is it?
or is it Mikey Geaney that's coming off?
No, it's not.
It's not.
No.
We'll have to wait and see who's making their way to the sideline.
I think that this is about giving the Dingle bench a run, I think.
Yeah, and the man coming off is not happy.
Too happy.
It's the man that replaced him in the first place. It's Ronan McCarthy,
yes,
I'd say. And why wouldn't you? It's a good sign of a player to be.
Well, he's asking questions.
Yeah,
so why?
Yeah. Tony Brosnan, that's a brilliant point by Tony Brosnan. It's just that from a Crokes point of view, he hasn't got enough of those chances tonight, Ambrose. That takes Dr Crokes now to 9 points, Dingle on 113.
Yeah, Dingle are comfortable, and you'd have to say this game has been over for a while. We're kind of going now, to their credit, Crokes have stuck at it. They're a young side, they've kept plugging away, but you'd have to say Dingle on a much stronger team than them.
Well, the second half has definitely not matched the excitement of the first half. That kick out again by Gavin Curran on the far side. He'll go the Dingle way, winning possession. And they could catch Crokes on the counter-attack here. It's Mark O'Connor on the 45, goes to the 20-metre line, holding possession, giving it side to Geaney. Geaney surely with a goal chance, but Geaney will do the wise thing and fist it over the bar. Another point. And he's racking up the scores tonight, Ambrose Paul Geaney, the inter-county man. 52 minutes gone, 114 to 10 points.
And to his credit, he's put the ball over the bar. He could have gone for goal. He put it over the bar.
Yeah, the wise
114 to 10 points, wise.
Yeah,
showing all his experience.
So they're definitely contenders, Ambrose, with their performance here tonight.
The only thing they wouldn't want to read, this wouldn't be the strongest Crokes side I would have ever seen playing the County Championship.
And they'd be well aware of that as well. Now, with possession in the middle of the park, Brian Looney, that pass from Dahi Casey. With possession now is Tom Doyle. Looney will go direct route again into the edge of the square, but poor ball in the end. It goes to suits a corner back coming out. He'll give it to Matthew Flarta. Matthew picks up that breaking ball, as Ambrose alluded to earlier. Does it so well, that sweeper roll. Now, Durant with possession, coming out of his own defence. He looks to his left. There's always a player in support for Dingle. Again with Geaney, and it's Mikey Geaney on this occasion. Gives it to Michael Flannery. On a turn, he'll give it to Pádraig O'Connor. The backs are up, want to be a part of it. Beautiful ball put in here, looking for Tom O'Sullivan. Tom O'Sullivan will come around the corner. He'll take on the corner back a chance here, and he'll fist it over the bar, and they're scoring it at will.
That's very easy.
Tom has as many scores now as the forwards, Ambrose.
I think Tom has finished with that high score.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. His fifth point of the game.
Fifth point for Tom O'Sullivan in this game. 54 minutes gone, Ambrose. Dingle 115. Crokes 10 points. It looks like they're home and hosed, Ambrose.
They are home and hosed. They've been home and hosed for a while, and I think Crokes will bring on a player. He's new to me, Chris Donsell, and he's replacing Michael Potts. Potts had a fine game. Yeah, now it's Chris Donsell, as Ambrose just mentioned. He gets possession, gives it down, looking for Tom Doyle. Just underneath us here on the dugout side. They're 70 metres out from the goal of Dingle, but I'm sure it's all direct route now for Crokes. It's something that Ambrose said he hasn't seen for a long time with Dr Crokes, but there's 4 against 1 inside, Ambrose, and I'm always asking where the other corner forward. Yeah, exactly.
But
you have to say
that. Tom, that ball is put up to the far side for Tom Leo O'Sullivan.
That's one thing I would say about Dingle, Tim, when they counter-attack, they counter-attack with great effect.
Yeah.
They use the ball well and intelligently and at pace.
Niall Geaney coming out of the fence, he'll give it to Mikey Geaney now. It's a case of, that clock counting down, and they playing at the level they want to play, and as we said, controlling the game the way they want at the moment, Dingle, because since that goal it's been all Dingle. They have possession inside in their half-back line with Matthew Flarta. He'll spread the ball wide, looking for Mark O'Connor. He'll do the wise thing. He'll see the run of Pádraig O'Connor. Pádraig O'Connor now with possession. 45 metres out from the Dr Crokes goal. They put a ball into their inside forward. That's Dylan Geaney. Dylan Geaney will pop it on the left and he'll put it over the bar. Another good score for Dingle. Now they're beginning to click, Ambrose. 55 minutes gone, and that takes Dingle to 1 goal and 16. Dr Crokes 10 points, and the crowd are beginning to leave, Ambrose.
They are, yeah. Well, to be fair, I think the Crokes boys know at this stage they have a young side out there, they need to support them, but yeah, like they've been outclassed here tonight, outgunned by a really good-looking Dingle side.
Well-drilled Dingle side, yeah.
A side that's going to have an awful say in this championship before the end of this term is up.
Yeah, and that Dingle side, of course, have Tommy Griffin, Jim Garvey, Sean B. Brosnan, and Liam O'Connor on the side, and of course their manager is Padraig Corcoran, the Dingle side. Now
they're well managed in Tim. They're a nicely well organised team. I'd have to say that. It's my first time seeing them this year now, and to say I'm impressed, it would be an understatement.
Yeah, and we could see another, is it Sean Oakmorn coming on there as well for Dingle. That Dr Crokes still holding possession, but good play, turnover again by the Dingle side, and that ball go out for a line ball, and it looks like 18 for 9, and that 18 is definitely Darrow Sullivan coming on for Liam O'Connor, Ambrose, in the middle of the park.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
He was probably of the quietest of the diamond, but I would have to say Dingle used this diamond to great effect.
Yeah, and I see what's happening down there. Is that's a Dr Crokes ball, and the Dingle man threw it into the dugout.
There was no need of that, no.
There was no need for that.
That whole kind of stuff.
Yeah. Silly stuff, because it was going one way first and then the other way, and Dahi Casey is...
He's questionable. What did the linesman say,
Yeah, because I thought it was a Dr Crokes ball.
I thought it was a Dr Crokes ball as well.
That just disappoints players, I think.
Put a white flag up. I still don't know what he's doing. He's raising it up in the air. It's like the charge of the light brigade here. Drop the flag and we'll see what you're doing.
Yeah.
He's got to give you a line ball to Dingle.
No, it's a line ball.
No, it is a line ball.
No, I suppose he wanted there's a substitute coming on as well, 19 for 5, and we're looking to see is that on the Dingle side. Now, Dingle 116, Crokes at 10 points. Now that ball is put up along the line again for Dr. O. That's missed there, but will Crokes, Paul Geaney vying for it there, but he doesn't get it. Going back to collect it is the wing forward for Dr. Crokes. That's Killian O'Regan. Putting that ball up, looking for Dahi Casey. Dahi sees the run on his outside of the man wearing the number 28 shirt. That's Costancel. And now give it again to Dahi Casey. Dahi put it across the 45, looking for the wing back of Dr. Crokes. That's Evan Looney. He's gone down injured after that move. You could see that he either twisted an ankle or something, or his back on that particular occasion. Back with Dahi Casey into the edge of the square. That ball will be batted out there, and Dingle come away with it at ease, Ambrose.
Yeah, they do. Dingle are comfortable defensively, and they weren't in the first 20 minutes of this game. You say Crokes ran the ball at pace at them. They've certainly got to tell them with the Crokes pace, and now they're comfortable defending. They have 2 and 3 players on the ball at all times. They're strong in the tackle. They're physically stronger than the Crokes, we'll say, but I mean they're controlled as well in their play team.
Yeah, definitely. There's the Dingle player down, but the player does continue. Of course, we said the referee in this game is
Crokes player coming off injured as well here. I don't know who's
now it. Dingle just playing out this game now. 2 minutes left of normal time, and the scoreline reads Dingle 116 to 10 points.
Yeah, I think Evan Looney, the Crokes boy, is coming off injured.
Yeah,
bring back a good learning curve for this boy as well.
Absolutely.
These are youngsters, they'll have to learn.
Yeah, very young.
This is great experience for them.
And it's Killian Fitzgerald down there warming up as well for Dr. Crokes, but it's still Dingle on the attack again. Now it's Darren Sullivan on the far side with possession. Still Dingle holding it, using the right option. They played out to the 45. Dropped the ball there. Looking for the run is Matthew Flaherty again with possession. Driving forward now is Saoirse Durant. Beating into the 45, giving it again. Looking for Sullivan inside, gives it to Paul Geaney. Paul will try to make the space inside. He sees the run here of Barry Sullivan. Barry steadies himself in front of the goal and pops it over the bar. And I think it sums up the performance of Crokes tonight. And they did things the wise way and the right way, and physically very strong, Ambrose.
Barrow Sullivan, that was a great move again, but again credit Paul Geaney. That's what we expect from our inter-county player. He held up the ball, won the possession, took the easy option, put the easy ball in. Paul is killing all the right options tonight. He's done the easy things well, and that's what's a great sign of a footballer.
Yeah. Now I'm sure they had their targets tonight to keep Crokes to a certain level of scoring. I'd say that side of it has worked out, and they've been kicking the scores at the other side of the field as well.
Liam Randalls is after coming on, and he's replacing, I think, who's replacing Killian O'Regan.
Killian O'Regan, yeah. Now
Well, bamboozle us now with the signs, Tim. We have 21
There's a
because
lot
we won't
of
know what
signs,
time
yeah,
will be
there's a
left.
lot of flashing lights here
So we
underneath
think
us.
there's 21 minutes
Lots of
of
numbers.
entry time left,
If they could-
or 8 minutes.
And if they could give us the
Take
numbers,
down the clock, will we see
they could
what
give us
time
the-
is left.
if they could give us the
There's
numbers now
60
for the
minutes
Euro
up.
Millions, we'd
There's
take it,
60 minutes left up
Yeah.
on the clock.
Yeah.
We won't know what's going to come up when he gives us what time is added on. There won't be much time added on.
1:17 to 10. They can't. There wasn't. I don't think there was too many injuries anyway in the second half, Ambrose. So
21 is coming on for
didn't
Dingle.
live up to our expectation. The second half, Ambrose. It's very lacklustre.
Dingle were a class apart in the second half.
Yeah.
Much too strong for Crokes.
Yeah. So Dingle 117. Dr Crokes at 10 points. Now it'll be Shane Murphy when this player will resume. The referee will blow the whistle. It will resume. So that ball is played. Dr Crokes from inside their own half-back line again. Up the field will give that ball to Liam Randalls over on the far side. Still holding possession. Playing it into the centre now. Looking for Dahi Casey.
Now Tim, our clock is going up. We'll know what's left.
Dahi for Brian. 4 minutes. 4 minutes of injury time. So we've 49 seconds of that played. So it's 3 minutes and, say 8 seconds now left of this game. Now, that ball is put in, a hit and hope ball into the edge of the square again. That'll broke. They're picking up all that breaking ball. Matthew Flaherty has a great game tonight.
Yes, indeed. You're dead right. But that's what I'm saying. In the high ball was
score at one side and picking up possession.
He's defended very well.
He's worked his weight in gold, numbers to the Dingle side.
You'll have to look at them. You'll have to look at them, and you know
there's a lot of pluses.
There's a lot of pluses to Dingle tonight.
Yeah, they're looking good. Dingle.
They are. This is as good as I've seen. As I said, it's my first time seeing this year. I'm impressed with them.
They're driving forward again with Mark Fitzgerald. Mark Fitzgerald now will give it to Dahi Casey. Dahi Casey. Great servant to the Dr Crokes club. Give it out to his wing back, Mark Fitzgerald, from 20 metres out. Hits it high. That's a good score. That takes Dr Crokes now to 11 points and Dingle on 1 goal and 17. A 10-point lead, Ambrose, when there's only 2 minutes of injury time left.
I would love to see Dahi kick the ball all the way because I think I won't be prejudging anything, but I think this probably could be the last only chance you
what a brilliant footballer he was.
Oh, great Crokes player.
Yeah.
Great servant.
Is Gavin Corn with the kick out for Dingle in no hurry whatsoever. When Brendan Griffin will give him the nod, he will go for it, the referee. Now 62 minutes gone, that ball is kicked out into the middle of the park, broken again for Dingle, and I'm sure they'll be looking for another score before this game ends. They're on 117, which is good kicking on a night like this with a swirling wind, but that wind has died down with the last 15-20 minutes. That's with Tom Lee O'Sullivan again with possession on the far side, still holding possession. Dingle will play it back, looking again for Matthew Flaherty. Has possession inside his own half. We said his possessions to count tonight is big, plus he was scoring at the other side of the field, and plus he was catching that breaking ball, playing the sweeper role. Playing it back now to the keeper, that's Gavin Corn. Gavin Corn will come into the D now. Will solo, giving it out, looking for the corner back. That's Conor Flannery inside their own half. Dingle of course attacking in this second half. The horns in here, back with Tom O'Sullivan. As Amber said, he's kicked 5 points in this game tonight, and a huge performance from him. And at the end, and he from his centre back or wing back position, he's played in both positions, you could say, tonight. With possession now is Mikey Geaney inside his own half. Of course, he's the captain of this Dingle side. Ball put up along the line. They're looking for their inside forwards. On this occasion, it will be Tyg De Bruyne with possession. On the overlap now is the cornerback, Conor Flannery. He'll take on the shot here, or will he? He won't. He'll give it back, surrounded there by a number of Dr Crokes players. Now he'll take on the shot, the cornerback, and that's Conor Flannery, and he makes no mistake. Pops it over the bar.
Second point of the match.
And that'll take Dingle now to 1 goal and 18 to Crokes 11 points, Ambrose.
They've got 7 players on the score sheet of the starting 15 Dingle, which is a great
spread.
Good spread of scores.
Yeah. Summing it up, Ambrose, it was expected that Dingle will win, but maybe not with as much ease.
Yeah, we expect Crokes had a great first half, but you'd have to say when Dingle settled into it, there's a lot more maturity, stronger side. They're big players in their team, and their big players played well. I thought Paul Geaney played very well. Tom Sullivan kicked a few great points. Flaherty played very well, but you'd have to say the diamond, strong diamond, centre back, midfielder, centre forward, had diamond to break, and they're 4 strong players.
And that's the full-time score here, Ambrose. 118 to 11 points. Just summing up before we hand back to the studio this evening, Field Rangers, well worth their win.
Oh,
in extra
absolutely. I'm
time.
great to see them back on it. You know, fair play to them. They said that this format suited them. They had work put in, and it showed out there tonight. They came in, they dethroned the reigning champions. It's never easy coming to Stacks Park to beat Austin Stacks, and Field Rangers did it.
And Dingle did it with relative ease here in the second game.
Crokes were carrying away too many injuries.
Nobody will want to draw Dingle tomorrow night.
No, absolutely not.
And we are together again tomorrow in Fitzgerald Stadium. First game up at 1 o'clock. Timplano will be taken on a Mid-Kerry side.
They will indeed, and Timplano, I suppose, will have one eye on the club championship. They'd have to, and they have a lot of injuries coming into the game as well. So one would have to say, you know what, they're in the hard rock place now because they're in the club championship final with a chance of winning it, or do you go ahead and risk more injuries? I know that they're tight on injuries.
And Shawnee versus Shawnee
East Kerry versus
Shawnee O'Shea versus David Clifford.
I'm looking forward to that game because I know Kinmare won't come up to lie down. Kinmare will put. There should be two good games.
Hopefully
there should be two good games.
Well,
but weather conditions could be an awful factor tomorrow.
Hopefully our listeners will join us tomorrow. But tonight was a story where Field Rangers won the first game, went to extra time, and Dingle have won the second game here on the scoreline. As we head back to the studio, Dingle 1 goal and 18 points to Dr Crokes 11 points.
Dingle in the county senior